So it's late at night, and I heard a dog barking, and I thought it sounded like the puppies, so I came outside. Now that I hear it again, I know it doesn't sound like the puppies, but check out this giant toad. So I'm not going to touch it because I do believe it could be a cane toad, although it looks a whole lot more lumpy than a cane toad usually does. So I'm not sure what it is, but it is huge. Just to give you some insight, there is my foot. Here, these clunky shoes. There is my foot, and there is the frog. So it's a pretty good sized frog. But I'm sure it's pretty harmless too, so I'm not too worried. So I have a ton of bananas, and I am going to clean them up, figure out which ones I want to keep, and then give some to the sheep and probably some to the chickens. And thought I'd take you along for that. It's not that exciting, but maybe it is when you don't have a ton of banana trees growing in your backyard. Now, I still have a fungus issue. Those of you who watched my videos, gosh, over a year ago, we cut down all the banana trees because we had fungus. And then somebody told me you don't know how they'll come back. Sometimes they come back without the fungus. So I have had some issues still with fungus, but it varies. It depends not even on the tree. I mean, I think most of my trees still have a little fungus, but not every banana does. So I am going to clean these up, and we'll see. I'll probably cut some of them open before I give them. I've given the ones with the fungus to the chickens, but I don't think I'll do that with the sheep. So here are my bananas. Look at these little guys. I don't think they're worth anything, even for the animals, but maybe they are. I could probably use a knife to do this, but I figured since I had these shears, I'd just start with that. Yeah, I think a knife would actually be easier for this one. Let's see. Oh, there we go. And maybe I'd have less fungus if I cut these off right away, right when I harvest them. I might try that in the future. This is definitely going to one of the animals. Yeah, let me get a knife. Okay, so this is from 3 banana trees. I have one more tree that is ready to come down. I'm gonna, I think, slice these open and give them a bunch to the sheep. The sheep are in this pasture right here. Can't see them, but they are in that pasture. But there's not a lot. It rained really hard last night, Oh, they moved over to that pasture. I keep these two. I don't have a real door between these two, so they go back and forth. But there's definitely grass for them to eat, but there's not a lot. So the bananas will really be great. I cut down one of these trees last night, and I gave them all the leaves. They love banana leaves. And we gave them some other grasses today. But I'm going to throw these over there and see what they do. So the first banana I cut open doesn't look good, and I thought I'd show it to you. So this is what a sick banana looks like. They won't all look like that, but I believe that is the fungus. So I'm going to take this little bowl over to them and see if they eat it. And then I'm going to bring a bowl of the really bad ones to the chickens. And we'll see how they do. But the sheep are doing great today. So here's Pink. So this is the hay I just put in today. I gave them a little hay because they were whining all morning. Now they seem to be content with the pasture. I also gave them some of this grass. This is a Cuba 22, and it is good for grazing, but it gets really coarse as it gets bigger, so they only eat the ends off. But you could see that they ate all the ends, or most of the ends. So now I'm just going to dump this right here and see if Pink comes over. Pink, you want this? Oh, she's like, what is this? Let's see if she eats any of that. Oh, yeah. She likes the ripe ones. She ate the skin and left the fruit. Oh, she's eating the fruit too. She's going to eat all the ripe ones before anyone else gets here. But I think that is Sal looking this way. Sal, come here. Sheep, 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 sheep. Oh, that's not Sal. That's Rosa, I think. It's hard for me to tell them apart this far away sometimes. You're not sure about that one, huh? Oh, yeah. Chewed it right up. I can bring them quite a bit more. I just didn't want one of them eating all of it and getting an upset stomach. Hi, Rosa. Oh, no, you're not Rosa. And you're not Sal either. You must be Flame. Look at her hoarding. She's like, these are all mine. I'm claiming these. Flame doesn't even notice. Come on, Sal. Here they come. Are you going to share, Pink? Hi, Katie. I have nothing left in here. Come on, Sal and Rosa. Go eat from here. Look. Look. Rosa. Do you want that? Do you want that? Nah. Nah. Okay. So they like them. They don't love them. But that's good. I'll give them a few every day and see what they do. I'll come back later and see if they ate it. Sal, you're not coming with me, honey. I know you want to. Sal is Mr. Friendly. Yes, I know. I know. Look at those teeth. So for those of you that don't know, sheep have bottom teeth, but they only have a hard palate on top. They don't have top teeth. It doesn't mean they can't hurt when they bite you. What, Blue? You went right by the bananas, Blue. Yes, you did. Right by the bananas. Hi, Rosa. Okay, go see if you want to eat more bananas. Come on. Come on. Okay, so now Purple is eating some bananas. Yeah, they seem to like the skin better than the fruit. She's eating a little bit of everything. So I haven't shown the outdoor dogs in a while, and I thought I'd show you since they're all here today. This is Blanca, and she is the friendliest. And that is one of her puppies. He's about 3 now, I think. And that is her other puppy. Those two are not mine, but they belong to a guy that works at the dairy across the way, and they come and spend their time here because they get food. Now this one, I don't know their names. I've been told their names, but I don't remember them. This one is a bully and steals and eats really fast and steals everyone's food. So I throw his food on the ground in small portions, and it takes him a lot longer to eat that way. This is Baby. She is here for every meal, but won't eat extra, and she's super thin. The vet said she is like to gain, I think it was 10 kilos. And so I feed her every chance I get, and then she'll skip a meal. And this is Mama. So this is Baby. Did I say that? And this is Mama. And she is Baby's mama. So I think Baby is the only puppy in the litter that survived. When Mama gave birth, they were not being fed regularly, and I think they were surviving on spilled milk at the dairy. All 3 of these guys were. And she was so thin, we didn't think she was going to make it. But she did. Oh, you want more? I got to keep an eye on him or he'll steal everyone else's food. I'm going to give Mama a little more. I usually don't. Mama will steal Baby's food. So when they're all out here, I have to stay out here and keep an eye. Blanca is a super slow eater, and she's not at all aggressive, so they will steal her food. So I don't know if you, right before I turned on the camera, I was getting the camera and this guy stole Blanca's food. So I have to be careful. Mama's looking for more. And this guy's finished. So I may have to give them all a little more food just to keep them away from Blanca. After they eat, I usually just use the old block. But they're all eating breakfast. The 2 boys are not usually here for dinner, but occasionally they'll stay. I don't know what he's chewing on now. And she'll walk away. Baby almost always walks away with a little food left in her bowl. I'm not sure why. You got a little less than everyone today, Boo. Let me give you a little more, because I shared your food with everyone else. So right before I turned the camera on, he stole Blanca's food. This guy, his brother, will actually steal his food. That's how the hierarchy goes around here. So he's very aggressive with all the other dogs, but he will steal his food. And Blanca's still eating. It is a hot, humid day here today. Don't know if we're going to have rain. Don't suspect we will, but it is really hot and humid. Hi, baby. Hi, hon. They are super friendly dogs. So today I haven't done much, but I just walked back to what I used to call my food forest. You notice all my names are changing. I used to call one area the orchard. It's really no longer the orchard. This was where I was going to start a food forest, and it had things growing here, and I haven't done much with it. But I am trying to learn as much as I can on syntropic food forests, and I will definitely be talking more about those in the next few weeks as we plant ours. We are planting it as far from the house as possible, not because I really want it far from the house, it's just a good spot. I will be planting some annual vegetables over there as well, which isn't ideal to have them that far from the house because they do need a little more attention. But I'm planting them more as ground cover and hoping that I get some produce out of it. And then my regular produce garden will be here. So we've put up all the PVC piping, and next I'm gonna put wooden posts at each arch just to help hold it up, although it's really flexible and yet really sturdy at the same time, which I think is great. So in the wind it will move quite a bit, but yet it's actually quite sturdy. So this is next, is we have to dig this up. I am thinking about tilling just this year to get the grass up and then not tilling again after that. But for this year, possibly tilling and then put dirt from the compost down. One thing I'm learning is that I really planted these citrus plants in the wrong spots. That one's doing better because it's had irrigation, but I really should have given them more shade. You don't think of citrus as needing shade, but it would have given them less stress if they had had some shade. Came back here and realized that my plantain tree had fallen. So we're gonna cut the plantains off. I trimmed this tree a little, it's growing plantains. I'm gonna put this bag over the plantains so the parrots don't get it, but I need the ladder to do that. So, and another thing I think I'm learning is that my plants maybe would fight the fungus better, my banana trees, if I trimmed them more often and took care of them a little better. So that's gonna be our next step. Coconut, look, I have a coconut growing right here. I probably wanna move that. I will probably move some of those to the back area as well. I just have to figure out what's gonna go where, and then I'll move some of those. So what I'm looking for is, I don't think this tree is gonna make it. Maybe it will, but I don't think so. So I am gonna put these under one of the other plantain trees to help with fertilization, to help it grow. So here are the plantains, and they're very small for the most part, and that's because they haven't gotten much water. But I think they'll still be edible. And I'm gonna bring the leaves over to the sheep, and then I'm gonna finish cutting the tree and putting it around one of the other trees. Probably just one of the other trees. But first I'll bring the leaves to the sheep. Katie's not even letting me bring it in. She's trying to eat it before I can get the gate open. Okay, 1 second, Katie. Okay. Okay, you take that one. Come on, Katie. So, and Pink was eating from the other leaves I just gave them. And she wanted to get the new stuff. Come on. Here they all come, they see more leaves. There's still some leaves here they walked away from. And those were actually in better shape. Hi guys. but they love banana leaves. Hi. Hi, Sal. Hi, Sal. I love mushing your nose. I don't know why that is. Such a smushy nose. Such a smushy nose. So cute. Okay, that's all I got for now. Pink and purple always look at me like, what? That's it? Yep, that's it. No, no, Blue, you're not coming with me. So I put the pieces of the plantain tree around this one with some of the dead leaves that I cut off. This one doesn't look great, but it has the potential. And I put some around this one, just some of the dead leaves, really. And those are the dead leaves. I started to cut the dead leaves off the trees. And I think tomorrow, if I have time, I'll come through and cut each tree down to 4 leaves. And that way, again, I think I'm not giving them enough air. And that's why they're getting sick. But I don't know. We're going to try that. We're going to try and prune better and see if that helps. And here are the plantains. We're going to bring them inside. Thank you for joining us this week. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. And if you want to follow along as we homestead here in Panama, please hit the subscribe and click the bell so that you're notified when our next video comes out. We'll see you next week. Bye.